How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're back in historic best of one. I call this Winding Conclave. But before we get into it, I just want to say if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, if you are going to be a new follower on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you've done so, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment, say something like, hey, I just followed or subscribed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Let's hop into this. So we have it's an ABZAN list, which is white, green, and black. Lurrus is going to be our companion, so he has a 3/2 with lifelink. And his companion requirement says each permanent card in your starting deck has converted mana cost 2 or less. And then during each of your turns, you may cast one permanent spell with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard. Onto the 1-drops, we have 2 copies of Bloodchief's Thirst at sorcery speed. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with converted mana cost 2 or less. And then if we kick the spell, instead destroy target creature or planeswalker. We have the full playset of Knight of the Ebon Legion. He's a 1/2, and we can activate his ability later on. He gets +3/+3 and gains Death Touch. And then at the beginning of your end step, if a player lost 4 or more life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Knight of the Ebon Legion. We're running the full playset of Thoughtseize. So sorcery, a target player reveals their hand. We choose a non-land card from it, and that player discards that card, and we lose 2 life. Running the full playset of Pelt Collector. He's a 1/1, and whenever another creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, if that creature's power is greater than Pelt Collector's, put a +1/+1 counter on Pelt Collector. And as long as Pelt Collector has 3 or more 1/1 counters on it, it has Trample. We're running the full playset of Stonecoil Serpent. He has Reach and Trample and Protection from Multicolored, and he enters the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on him. Onto the 2-drops, we have the full playset of Luminarch Aspirant. She's a 1/1, and at the beginning of combat on our turn, we put a +1/+1 counter on target creature we control. Running the full playset of Scavenging Ooze. He's a 2/2, and we can activate his ability at any time and exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a creature card, put a +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze, and you gain 1 life. We have the full playset of Winding Constrictor. He's a 2/3, and if 1 or more counters would be put on an artifact or creature we control, that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters are put on that permanent instead. And if you would get 1 or more counters, you get that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters instead. And then finally on the 2-drops, we have 3 copies of Conclave Mentor. She's a 2/2, and it says if 1 or more 1/1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/1 counters are put on that creature instead, and when Conclave Mentor dies, you gain life equal to its power. And then at the top end, we have 1 copy of Inscription of Ruin at sorcery speed. We choose 1, and if the spell was kicked, instead we choose any number. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Return target creature card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, or destroy target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less. And then 2 copies of Maelstrom Pulse at sorcery speed. Destroy target non-land permanent and all other permanents with the same name as that permanent. And then we have 1 copy of Agadeem's Awakening at sorcery speed. Return from your graveyard to the battlefield any number of target creature cards that each have a different converted mana cost X or less. And then we can obviously use it as the land side. Agadeem, the Undercrypt. As it enters the battlefield, we may pay 3 life. If we don't, it enters the battlefield tapped. Before we speak about the deck, let's talk about the mana base real quick. We have 1 copy of Castle Locthwain, 3 Swamps, the full playset of Godless Shrine, 1 Blooming Marsh, the full playset of Overgrown Tomb, 3 copies of Woodland Cemetery, 3 copies of Boulderloft or Branchloft Pathway, and then the full playset of Temple Garden. We have a 1.5 converted mana cost running 23 lands. So this is a Lurrus deck. All of our permanents are 2 and under, and we're all about counters and getting a lot of counters. We have Bloodchief's Thirst as our removal on early on. Combine that with Thoughtseize for hand hate. And then in the mid-game, we have our Inscription of Ruin and Maelstrom Pulse as our other defensive spell. So Maelstrom Pulse hits anything, but it also is really good against counters and goblins. Inscription of Ruin was the I guess the flex slot, but this card you usually never kick it, but being able to hit the opponent out of nowhere for 2 cards, or return a creature of 2 or less if we're in a bind, or destroy another creature gives us a lot of versatility. I wish it was instant speed, but it's not. Agadeem, because we have so many creatures with 1 and 2 drop costs. And then we have our engine is Winding Constrictor and Conclave Mentor to kind of just keep pummeling out counters. Stonecoil Serpent is another VIP here, or MVP I should say, VIP. Being able to block, having protection from multicolored, it's just, and being able to scale it as we play so it fits into any of the slots perfectly. Knight of the Ebon Legion, I've said it before, it feels like one of the best 1-drops in Historic for the value and just being able to spiral out of control. Pelt Collector is a very close second. And then Lurrus helps us bring back all of our threats once we get going. Yeah, so that's pretty much the deck. Let's hop into some games and let's see how we do. Very excited to try this deck out. Working on this for a minute. Chef with the Rakdos. Alright, so we got a 3-lander here technically. So I guess turn 1 we woodland, and then turn 2 we drop this as a plain, so we have all of our colors. Yeah, I guess that's the move. And we can crack the Undercrypt if we absolutely need to. But we do have plenty of lands in this deck for what we are trying to accomplish. So I'm confident we'll draw into some lands. Okay, we'll name white here. Opponent has a mountain. We have 2, so we'll go ahead and lead off with the Luminarch. He has to deal with it now, or he's going to have issues. And then we have our Lurrus that we can... So we're Rakdos. Let's see if we have a Thoughtseize. These old lands throw me off sometimes. Mask of Immolation. Okay. Alright, well, if he doesn't have a... I think we're going to use this for the land here. Have it undertapped. Do we Thoughtseize here? I think we do. Gain control of target creature until the end of turn, untap it. Bone Splinters, sacrifice. Destroy target creature. Okay, so this is dead. Guess we take the Bone Splinters, no? Okay, Luminarch scales up nicely. I think next turn, now that we know their turn has nothing, we're going to, well, I mean, I guess they have Heartless. So... Alright, never mind. So, yeah, play out the Winding. Put a counter on him. Smack the face. I can't kill him either. I feel pretty good about this board state here. And Rankle. Sure. Alright, I'm gonna have to get the Lurrus out there. Sacrifice a creature. I guess we sacrifice the Luminarch. So here, let's Luminarch. Let's Knight. We will put a counter on... He's going to get a counter, so we'll put a counter on her. Attack the face. 4 damage, puts a counter on Knight. Okay. So this turn he can steal one of our creatures, swing in, and then sacrifice it to Rankle, but we're still coming in. So we'll see which one he wants to do. Sure. He's gonna make a sacrifice anyways. So no blocks. We'll take the 6. Really? Oh, okay. Discard a card. So let's discard you. Actually, let's discard you. We want creatures against Rankle. Sacrifice a creature. Yeah, I think we can have him. Let's play our... Okay, that's 4. If he draws a creature, we're going to be in trouble. And... Heartless Act, sure. You got a 44% chance to draw a land. Okay. Goes in for 3. Discard a card. You got it. Yeah, I think we're just gonna go face. Got 2 more turns. We can die to an act of treason. Okay, Chef. Okay, attacks in 3. Oh wait, he can kill us. He... Oh. Okay. Definitely don't want to shock in here. So let's play Lurrus, and then we can bring back a Knight. Alright. This is it. Last ditch effort. What's going on, AG? Thanks for tuning in. This is my first. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I am the master here. A little death never hurt anyone.
Yeah, we're playing ABZAN counters. This is my first game so far. I'm gonna hold up the Scavenging Ooze here, and then we will exile his Rankle. Gain 1 point of life, which will be crucial here. Get a counter. Okay.
Putrid, but effective.
We have to go face here. He has to block the knight. Okay, so we pump. Sure. Resolve. Sure. Sure. Okay. We will exile from our graveyard just in case. We'll take a Luminarch. Trying to stay out of kill range. And we got him. Whew. That was an intense match, huh? Alright, I like it. And we stalled out on lands there. We have like a 1.5 converted mana cost in this deck, and we're running 23 lands. So we should have plenty of lands to play our spells, but that's okay. We still pulled through. Interesting strategy. I'm assuming he was probably running like Mayhem Devils and stuff like that. Tom Thomas. Cool. Alright. So get a nice 3-lander here. Unfortunately, no early plays besides our scavenging, but we'll keep this, right? Can't really be too picky here. So we'll Blooming Marsh, and we'll take a peek. Okay. Unfortunately, I think we take Branching Evolution. Wow, look at that. Let's take the Pelt Collector. He plays a Stonecoil for 1. No. Okay. Let's play our own Pelt Collector here. Still nothing, sure. I will shock him here. We will play you, and we'll play you. Okay. Now if he Stonecoils for 3, nope, he's Branching Evolution. So we play Winding. Smack. Some more counters on Knight. Sure. Let's eat his Pelt Collector here, get some more counters on him. Now, I think we have to get rid of this Voracious, right? And then we munch on the Voracious. Okay, smack the face. I think we got him. I mean, he has to Soul Guide, sure. Yeah, I hear you, AG, man. I was thinking about that yesterday. I like playing jank too much, so I always get crushed, right? Hopefully today's list is a little bit more competitive. Okay. Sure. And 0. Okay, he's just giving up. If I was him, I would have played out the 2 Stonecoils at least to have some blockers, but it really wouldn't matter because we already have enough to punch through this game. Got him. All right, we're taking it down. Taking it down. Sweet. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Yeah, I hear you on that. And that's the thing, you know, it's like at the end of the day, you know, the Magic is a game of luck. You have to just keep telling ourselves that, but I mean, you are in Mythic rank though, AG, so you're going to be playing some of the better players for sure. That's the thing. It's jank definitely gets punished the higher you get up the ladder, that's for sure. All right, so we got a 3-lander here. We've got we could do Thoughtseize, we could do Pelt Collector, Stonecoil. We're definitely going to keep this. Just depends if we're on the draw. Okay, opponent's playing some type of Grixis. We draw into a land, which is nice. So Blooming Marsh here for sure. Let's take a peek at the hand. I think that's the best play here. Oh shit. I think we take Treasure Map, no? Birth. Hour of Revelation. Destroy all non-land permanents. Wow. So let's Pelt Collector. Let's Knight. Next turn we can Conclave. Conclave. Stonecoil for 1. Okay. Go in with both. Hopefully we don't run into a Settle the Wreckage here. That would be absolutely horrible. I'm going to pay 2 here. Conclave again. Do this for 2. Blocks the Pelt Collector, sure. Alright, he's got to kill us this turn. Let's see what we got. Still nothing. Got him. Yes. Yes. That was a scary ass looking hand. Yeah, I hear you, AG. That colorless list is so good. It's just so good. So versatile. Being able to access the sideboard with Karn and pulling that Platinum Angel when you need it to like stall out the game is just phenomenal. And then of course Ugin is, if you can get him turn 4 or 5 down, it's just brutal. I only have 3 copies of Ugin. If I had 4, I would definitely run 4 in most of the decks. Okay, so we have a nice 2-lander here. We do have the Constrictor. We have some Stonecoil. It's risky. We'll keep it though. Okay. Set this for 1. We're not afraid to get out our Stonecoil for 1 to get some damage in, to test the waters out. Okay, looks like black. Somebody takes a Conclave. Winding Constrictor and Conclave do the same thing, however, Winding Constrictor has the extra point of damage. Alright, I'll go for 2 here. Okay. And we draw our 3rd Conclave. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Turn 5, Ugin, turn 6, Ulamog. Yep. Alright, so if nothing to do, let's pull Lurrus into our hand. Push, sure. Okay. Assume we see a Thoughtseize here. Could be in trouble here. This looks like Soul Tie control. Still nothing. And we draw. So let's shock in here. Let's play out our Lurrus. Okay. Tail's End, sure. Little push, sure. Okay. %38 chance to draw a land. I was not expecting our draws to go this way, but it is what it is. Another counterspell. Sure. Wow. Alright. Yeah, I hear you on that. Ooh, look at this. Inscription of Ruin. We'll have him discard 2 cards. Ooh. Well, now we know our opponent has nothing in hand. No way. Looks like we're going to get Magic the Gathering here. A Knight's good. Alright, let's see what he draws. He can bring back his Uro. So bringing back Uro. Need to draw into some of our removal spells. However, threatening to sure. Does have plenty of land to cast anything he draws into, which is scary. Okay. there is Mentor. See if he wants to block. Hey, I'll take that trade all day. I will take that trade all day. Alright, no trade. Sure. He's gonna have an issue if he can't get rid of this knight. Hopefully we don't draw into removal. Cycling, okay, so he still hasn't found anything. And removal sucks. Let's do no blocks. It is what it is. We're either gonna lose, we're gonna win. It's not looking good for us right now. Nice Stonecoil though. 3, 4, 5. So Stonecoil for 5. The cool thing is that Stonecoil Serpent here has protection from multicolored, so unless he has some type of removal, we might be okay here. There's removal, that's for sure. Alright, so that's game for us. Not bad. We're like 2-1 right now. We just couldn't get that land going right away. I guess that was my fault for keeping the 2 land black and green without the white source, but like I said, I cannot wait for these Kaldheim lands so I can fix all of my jank 3 and 4 color decks, right? Let's hop into another one. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm gonna do. I have a similar list of what you're building with the new World Tree card from Kaldheim. All right, so we have a 2-lander here. Once again, risky keep. We play this. We have our green. Yeah, let's keep it. Why not? Why not? Right? So we'll go ahead and lead off with the castle. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Try and get that the enchantment side out on turn 5 or 6 if possible. Alright, so since we have not still drawn a white source, we will make this green. I definitely want to Thoughtseize here. Let's take a peek. Oof. Oof. Alright. So Lotus Cobra is going to help him ramp. This is just going to be tough. I guess we take Lotus Cobra. And Stonecoil for 1. This is a tough. It's going to be a tough match here. Let's go ahead and get out the Winding Constrictor. Nissa of the Shadow Burrows. I'm going to build a deck around her. She seems pretty powerful, right? Okay, so I think all we can do here is attack. It is crazy to me. We have 23 lands in this deck, 42% chance to draw a land, and we just always seem to get screwed on the lands. It's just crazy. And then this one comes into play untapped. Let's go ahead and do Night. I guess we'll preserve our Scavenging. Okay, there's the Death Sprout. Such an underrated card, Death Sprout. Okay, here's where things get fishy. Sacrifices a creature, okay. Let's name white so we can actually play stuff. I guess we'll wait on Lurrus. Okay. Discard a card. I guess we'll discard the Scavenging since we have Lurrus. This is going to be tough. Okay. Oh. Surely he has removal for it. Another Death Sprout. Okay, let's get the Pelt Collector out there. It's gonna take our Knight, I'm sure. Or he might take the the Bloodchief's ready.
Be wary of the ground you walk on.
Two-lander, Nissa, Shadow Burrow.
I must take drastic action.
So what is this, like Nissa, Sultai Nissa control? I like it. No attacks, or no blocks. And all of our lands are coming into play untapped. Okay. She searches library, right? So let's take out Nissa, but we know he's running Eldest too, so this is just tough in general.
Doomed my home.
Okay, no attacks. Stonecoil. Alright, let's do one more. Cry every time. I think we're just getting Magic the Gathering. If we could draw into our lands, we'd be okay. Alright. One more. Viber P. Alright, so we have a Knight, Thoughtseize, Winding once again. We're gonna have to take the risk. I have to take the risk here. Alright. There's our white source. Beautiful. Let's Thoughtseize here for sure. Ooh, look at this. Teferi. Counter target spell unless its controller plays one. Dovin's Veto, Bloodchief. We gotta take the Teferi, right? He's got his blue and white. Let's see if we can get some of those counter spells out of his hand. Dovin's Veto, sure. I think we just sacrifice the knight here, because these guys are more important. But we can always bring him back with Lurrus. Thoughtseize. Okay, I think he takes the Luminarch here. Either way, now we can get through. And we do already have the knight, so yeah. Luminarch is consistent counters. I was gonna say you might as well kill the knight now. Or just bring him back though. It's okay. Okay, Glides up. Wow, he lets it live. Let's do white here since we have another black source, and let's do we Winding? He's gonna yeah, let's just get a couple of different threats out there. Do we know he's going to Bloodchiefs, but like I said, I'd rather just do that so we can recast it. Alright, got him. Love to see it. Alright, my friends, that's all I have for you today. I really enjoyed how the deck performed when we could ramp out. I wouldn't change anything. I think we were just having bad luck with our draws. I'll be playing this more on the ranked ladder later on, but really like the deck. It's really fun. A lot of interesting play lines, but we'll leave you guys at that. Once again, if you're going to be new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, once you have followed or subscribed on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you've done so, just reach out to me in the chat or the comment. Say something like, hey, I just subscribed or followed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that to you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.